Now, our guest today rose to fame in boy bands Westlife and Boyzone before joining forces almost 10 years ago. Still going strong and here to talk about their new music. Please welcome Boyzlife's Keith Duffy and Brian McFadden.
Yeah.
We're good. Now, Sir Rod Stewart is leopard skin tiny pants, so if you want to share...
Yeah, well, I used to wear the budgie smugglers, but my kids gave me a hard time and I didn't realise you can actually buy... I just wear a hot pants now.
When the budgie's turned into a pigeon, it doesn't look as good anymore, does it?
Ladies, you know. Brian's in the house.
There's an image I'm just not going to be able to get.
Sorry, ladies. Brian, it's daytime television.
Oh, I forgot that.
Yeah. He still thinks it's last night. Sorry.
Now, listen, we heard a little burst of one of your latest songs, Dancing with Echoes, and tell us a story a bit behind that.
Well, we wrote the song. Both of us have lost someone very important to us. I lost one of my best friends in the world, Chad, last year, and Keith lost his dad a few years ago. So we were talking about it when we were writing the new album, about how even though they're gone, their voices are still with us every day. You know, little things that happen during the day, you know, remind us of them, or, you know, you'll see someone and you think it's them. So that's what the whole song is about, that even though they're gone, you know, we're still dancing with their echoes every day.
Wonderful, that's beautiful. Really, really lovely.
Yeah, it is lovely. It is lovely imagery, that, and I think anyone who has lost somebody really important to them...
Better than the pants thing, I think. Probably.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Can we start again? We start with that bit.
Is it sometimes really difficult to sing that song then, I would imagine?
You know, it's a celebration of their life.
Yeah.
So, yes, it can be sad. And a lot of the people that have listened to the lyrics have DM'd us and saying that the lyrics actually really resonate with them and people that they've lost, and they find it a celebration, and they find themselves, instead of being sad, they're smiling because they're remembering the happy memories of the times that they had spent.
And it also says how important them people are to you as well. If somebody made that much of an impression on you and your life, that after their death, they're still with you every day.
Yeah.
You know,
What's that beautiful saying? Grief,
absolutely.
Grief is the price we pay for love, isn't it? It was the Queen that brought that one up, and I love that.
I suppose it's also a sign of you kind of growing with your audience, because you've got devoted fans that have been with you through all of your various kind of iterations. We've got a couple in the audience here. Lady there who's been to, I think, 87 concerts, and she tells me, Keith, that
we've only done 86, so...
Oh, well, there you go. This is the 87, and apparently you smell very nice, so that...
You're very kind.
Yeah, you're very kind.
Don't take that personally, Brian. I won't.
I know you guys got together 10 years ago, but what are your kind of first memories of each other when you were in different bands? What was your view, of each other?
That was back in 1998.
Yeah.
And,
well, it was before that for me, because I met you when you were the big star in Boyzone, and I was just
working at McDonald's.
My sister's little brother. I met him at... my sister was doing Annie in the Olympia Theatre. She was actually playing the part of Annie.
Wow.
And the Boyzone lads came to see it. And I remember being backstage, and at that time, Boyzone were the biggest thing in Ireland. Like, it was huge. And I remember them walking in just going, wow, look at them.
Oh. Did he talk to you, or did he do all the
No, he didn't. Not at all.
I still don't talk to him. We put up with each other.
Is that how you make it work, then?
Yeah. We were both very excitable characters in our respective bands. And I think we kind of just gelled back in 98. Westlife came on to support Boyzone on their UK tour and their European tour, wasn't it?
Yeah, the whole European
And we were at that stage. We'd started in 93. And we were at that stage now where no more partying and no drinking, and that just didn't really appeal to me. These boys were already starting and they were still very energetic, so I went on their tour bus instead of the Boyzone tour bus. Nice. And we had a great time.
I'm not ready to go organic and start the yoga.
I'm still not ready.
At the time, Ronan was managing Westlife, so Ronan had been giving us all this advice about singing and everything, and then Keith arrives on the tour bus, and I'll show you the real part of touring.
And is that how it's still going now, then? Because you're on tour at the moment.
We just, if I'm being honest, we just can't do that anymore.
No, it hurts too much.
It just hurts too much the next day, and your voice is gone, and we've got a load of... Our UK tour starts tonight. We open tonight. We've just finished the Irish part of our tour, and we open tonight in Poole, and we go all over the country over the next couple of months. And the voice just doesn't hold up anymore.
Yeah. Talking about the voice, when Rod meets artists and they often ask his advice, there's two things he often says, is do you use in-ear monitors?
Yes, I do.
He does, I don't.
because he said that can really blow your voice when you're fighting against the amps, and you get just the correct levels in here. And
Wait,
that
hang on,
really
the in-ears are good or bad?
They're good.
Oh, right, okay.
They're good. He didn't
So
want
you're
to,
bad.
Have you never seen the movie A Star Is Born? Sorry, what? It's obvious.
He didn't want to move over, but eventually he took that leap, and it was the best thing he did. Also, do you warm up your voice and cool down?
Yeah, we have to. We never
instant...
did historically, but we do now.
Good.
Yeah.
Right. Tick, tick.
Yeah.
We have a lovely lady back in Dublin that helps us, Deirdre. She helps us make sure that we do everything right. I mean, you wouldn't want to be a fly in the wall in our dressing room because she has us doing all these mad stretches and, you know, and weird sounds. And stuff. I go, you're having this on, right? And she goes, no, it's what you have to do.
I wanted to ask you, because obviously when you left Westlife, it made a lot of headlines. Would you do it differently now?
Would I do what differently?
How you left?
No. I talked to Nicky Byrne about this when I did his podcast, and, you know, if people always say, would you not leave now if you had the choice again? I was like, no, because if I was in the same headspace now as I was back then, I'd make the same decision.
Yeah.
You know, my head wasn't in it anymore, and I wanted to spend time with my family. And I think that's the huge thing for Keith and I doing Boyzlife is we put our family first, and then this is a job, you know?
Yeah.
Back then, it wasn't possible.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not like...
And you were a lot younger.
There's 5 people in the band, so... You know, if one person wants to take a couple of days off to see their family, then it affects 4 other people. So Keith and I are very focused on making sure that our families come first.
Yeah.
So that's why it's a little bit easier now.
Yeah. He said it's a job, but my dad always said, if you enjoy what you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
Exactly.
We love what we do.
Absolutely.
So we've got the best of both worlds.
And do you know what? It shines through that you love what you do, which is a wonderful
Well, we love
thing.
coming on Loose Women, don't we?
Good.
Just great crack altogether.
Yeah, indeed. And unfortunately, we're running out of time, but you're getting married this summer.
We going already?
You're not getting married again,
I am getting married, yes. People keep asking me, I'm going to walk down the aisle. I'm walking down the beach.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, well, there you go.
Congratulations.
Oh, listen,
Thank you very
we
much.
wish you all the best for that. Brian and Keith.
Thank you.